Greetings, Bannerlord enthusiasts! Welcome back once again. Rocket Beans TV, a German news site, streamed for half an hour earlier today and interviewed with two Taleworlds developers who played and showed some of the features of the Bannerlord Gamescom demo. I will link the entire original clip in the description. The purpose of this video is purely some of the highlights of the stream, interesting comments, and previously unknown or notable features that personally jumped out at me based on what we already know. This is intended to be a compressed summary to offer as much as possible in as little amount of time. Without further delay, let it begin. Before I start the video, I just want to mention a comment that was made by Armageddon Yavuz on the Taleworlds forum. He officially stated that sieges, crafting, character gen, kingdom and town management, 2/3 of the town scenes, most of the companions, and 2/3 of the perks are all disabled in the demo, either due to the features not being completed, implemented, or to subtract from the demo experience. To begin with, we finally see a functional representation of what they've talked about in prior blogs, how towns can be accessed quickly or physically explored. What is new, however, is that we can press Alt to gain a Witcher-like sense to see where exactly all the visitable buildings and notable people appear. We see some basic dialogue, which I think looks decent, although I would love to see the blurred depth of field effect that we've seen before in the fight scenes. I also wish we had a full voiceover and mouth movements. Shortly after this, we enter a tavern and hear a depressing comment by the developers.
Everybody wants to know the release date. When are you gonna announce it? Like now, maybe?
I'm afraid we don't know the release date ourselves, so
okay.
we will just release it when it's ready.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. But what do you think percentage-wise? How far are you?
It's difficult to say a percentage, but we had a great period for getting ready for Gamescom, and we finished a lot of the early game stuff and polished it. So we need to do the same thing for the middle game and the late game and the multiplayer. So
it's gonna take a while.
Yeah,
okay.
It will take a little bit. Yeah.
This, I'm very sad to say, means not only no release date, but the game is realistically a minimum of probably 12 months at best. I'm expecting possibly a release date now at E3 2019 for a fall 2019 or spring 2020 release date, which is utterly heartbreaking, but great things come to those who wait. But moving on, one notable feature is that there's a very obvious height difference between their character and their companion. Whether or not that's just a difference between men and women, or with all the characters getting height slider, it is something that will be interesting. The recruitment screen looks glorious. It also shows the speed effect it has on the party, which will be enormously helpful. One thing that is notable, he clicks attack at 7 minutes and 3 seconds, and it takes a solid 13 seconds for the battle to load, with only just over a dozen fighting. Hopefully the game is on a hard drive, but I would assume they put it on an SSD for the best performance. Either way, I hope they can improve on the loading times universally, as that's quite substantial for a basic battle and scene. During the battle, there's hit markers when you shoot your arrow, and it hits. The new encyclopedia looks fantastic, significantly more comprehensive and much more pleasing on the eyes. The new arena looks awesome. Seeing them fight is great. I wish we'd see spectator animations though, as there's a lot of static NPCs. I really hope this isn't the end result. The skills look glorious and well thought out. I'm very excited to see this for myself. There's no longer generic skill points, rather you have to physically train each skill to level it. For trading, you level up based on your profit. Riding improves based on riding your horse, one-handed by using one-handed points, etc, etc. These skills give different perks as you level up, giving major bonuses, but you can only have a certain number of perks at a time. I'm extremely excited for this change. We see an expression change based on what occurred in the dialogue. However, I would love to see an animation on that, although it is presently quite comical. Here's a very satisfying kill. We can now equip items directly onto the companions after battle. We then get to see a tournament through its entirety, this time with each on a team. Something else to note, it appears as though armor is persistent into tournaments, which is going to be hugely helpful, unless it's just cosmetic, although I do believe that it is truly their armor. They say the feature is not yet implemented, but they hope to add it, saying that if your player gets killed, that you would be able to continue playing as one of your family members, which is, in essence, a lineage system. We see some shield bashing here. It would also be lovely to see a physically based or animation of the shield breaking instead of just disappearing. The mane's on the horse shake now, a very fun minor detail. We also depressingly learn that the demo is 100% only for journalists and news sites. It is in the business area rather than the main show floor, so it's unlikely that we're going to see any true Warband fans actually get to play the Gamescom demo, and we're not going to see very much footage other than from different news sites like this.
Out of time, is there a possibility for the people to see the game on the show floor, or is it just backstage access for them?
Unfortunately, not. We are not at the show floor this year, so we are only showing it in the business area.
Yeah.
And they then conclude, I'm excited, but a lot of my former hype was lost in learning we still have a ways to go, with many features still ways off. Bannerlord, you sly dog, one day we shall see you. A hilarious comment I read recently, I forgot its context, however, said that Bannerlord is like the stars in the sky, absolutely beautiful and stunning, but light years away. Anyways, thank you all once again for watching. I very much appreciate your viewership and checking out my version of this coverage. If you guys have any feedback, please let me know. I would love to hear it no matter its tone. Also, join my Discord server. It is great fun. Link in the description. Anyways, I hope you all have a glorious day. The days are short, the moments are sweet.